Hi everyone, it's Maria, and I just wanted to share with you a couple of things that I'm really enjoying doing with my kids lately as far as their one game and a couple picture books. It's not been a very good reading for me week. It's been great for decluttering. It's been great for family time. We did have a sick kid, like very sick kid, over Easter weekend. I had a miscarriage over Easter weekend a few years ago, as well as finding out the next year that I was pregnant with our third. So yeah, too many emotions, too many feelings, and yeah, it was self-care week for me. So I did want to share with you some other things that we're doing that were not my adult reading. First up is a game called Rat-a-tat-cat. It says for ages 6 and up. I think maybe from 4 and up, depending on how much they can understand numbers. Just as long as they know their order of numbers, they're probably okay. But it's really actually fun. My sister and I even ended up playing on Saturday or Sunday morning by ourselves. So Rat-a-tat-cat, you have 4 cards and you're trying to get the lowest score between them. You peek at the first 2 at the beginning, and then throughout the game you can peek at yours or swap with other people as you draw new cards. And it's just really a fun game. You learn a bit of bluffing as well as numbers, and yeah, we just had fun with it. Next up are a couple books that we really enjoyed. This one is The Secret Cave, Discovering Lascaux by Emily Arnold McCauley, and it's just a really beautiful picture book about the first cave paintings in Lascaux. So if you are an art history person, I really recommend this one. This one's my favorite illustration. There were kids that actually discovered the cave paintings. So I think it's a neat way to introduce art to kids because they have more of a vested interest when they realize that it's not just about grown-ups finding things that are cool, but they can find things too. We asked a lot of questions about what cave paintings would look like now. What do you think they were saying was important to them? Why did they do that? What did they do it with? So that was just a fun, beautiful book that I really recommend, especially if you're kind of in an art rut. This next one is for my toddler's sake, although everyone else really likes the book as well. She's obsessed with snakes, like obsessed. Every night she thanks God for big snakes and little snakes. It's pretty hilarious because they are my least favorite thing. I had a brother and sister chase me around the house with snake pictures when I was younger because I have such a vivid imagination. I would just flip out. But my snake Blake is adorable, whether you like snakes or not. It's Randy Siegel and Serge Block, and he has just a snake named Blake who does really sweet things. He's not intimidating at all, so I think it'd be great especially if you have a kid or yourself who is a little bit more anxious about snakes. He can write with his body, which is just kind of a cool thing to do, and we really liked this book. All of us did. Next up is The Rain Stomper. This is by Addie Boswell, illustrated by Eric Velasquez. And what I love, besides the pictures, is that it kind of introduces the idea of onomatopoeia to children, because it's talking about how she was really excited about a parade and then a rainstorm came. And so she kind of, you see the slap, boom, bam, walla walla bam. And it's just really done well. This one's my favorite. I Am Jasmine, The Rain Stomper. So it's just really great illustrations. It's super fun to introduce kids to, the sounds that things make and how you can incorporate sounds into your writing. We all enjoyed it. I loved hearing my kids read it to themselves, including my toddler. She thinks it's great too. Next is Gorillas in Our Midst by Richard Fairgray and Terry Jones. This is another library book we've been enjoying, and it's about how gorillas are masters of disguise, so they're all around us. This one I like because there's Gorilla Shakespeare instead of Shakespeare, and Abraham Lincoln. I just thought those were cute. I don't want to spoil the ending of it, but it's just a fun, silly one. And lastly, if you have not heard of Rick Riordan and you have, middle grade and up, even if you are interested in children's literature or teen literature yourself, Red Pyramid series, he's done one for all the different mythologies. I think he has one starting up for the Norse mythology, but this one we started with is the Red Pyramid because it's ancient Egypt, and I'm kind of obsessed with ancient Egypt. But it's been really cool to kind of learn some more about the stories behind the gods and goddesses and what that's like. This is the graphic novel version. We've been listening to the audio version, which is phenomenal. It has two narrators, because there is both a brother and a sister who are the main protagonists. So you hear their different voices, and it's just done so well. The audiobook's very engaging. So if that's something you don't want to do, I think it's a 14-hour audiobook. But my children got this from the library because they're obsessed with it, and I think they're buying it for themselves out of their money. But yeah, so all over my house, I've been finding hieroglyphs written. My eldest made this, I assume it was him, pyramid out of paper with Anubis. I just find all over my house little Egyptian things. They bust out their Legos to do an Egyptian scene. So we are full blown, even though we are not at that age in history for homeschool, I don't mind letting them delve in a little bit with ancient Egypt, because you gotta let them be passionate when they're passionate. So that is what we are doing right now. The other thing I did want to share with you is a tip that I learned that I'm trying out. I've been in a manic decluttering stage right now with spring. I've been going through, there's boxes of stuff to put in the attic or to get rid of, and I'm just really enjoying that. But one thing I did hear was, if you are having a hard time with laundry, get rid of some of your laundry baskets. Because if you're like me, you are letting it build up in these like clean, like, oh, I haven't gotten to folding that yet or putting that away. If you have less laundry baskets, you're more willing to actually finish the cycle. So I'm experimenting with that. So we got a new sectional. So that just started the If You Give a Mouse a Cookie roll of all the things that I am cleaning and decluttering and organizing. So that is what's up with me. I will get to my own reading probably at some point this week. It's just been crazy busy, but that's what we're enjoying. And sometimes you just gotta sit back and let go of the plans a little bit. I would love to hear what you're doing in your free time or not free time in the comments. I will talk to you all later. Bye.